So you can hear me?
Yes.
The one and only Linda Ronstadt right here, KUHSdenver.com. Canciones de Domingo. Now, I mentioned earlier we're going to have a very special guest. It's my last show of the year, so why not go out with the bang, you know? We got the one and only Mr. Johnny Rodriguez y Los Diamantes in the studio. Johnny, good morning, bro.
Good morning, Jesse. How's it going?
I'm doing good, bro. How are you?
That's great. Oh, I'm doing a lot better now. I've been sick for a while. But
Right. We
come
were
on.
just talking about that, you know. We got you out, though. That's a good thing.
Yep.
We got you here, and that's all that matters. And, of course, to my left, if you're, you can tune in to KUHSdenver.com. You can see it live, what's going on inside the studio. I got Henry Archuleta in the studio. Good morning, Henry.
¿Cómo estás, hijo de carnicero?
¿Qué pasó, hombre? You doing good today?
Always doing good.
You didn't party too much last
Oh,
night,
I
did
don't
you?
ever party.
Oh.
No, I go home, go to bed by 9 o'clock.
That's a lie, but he was out all night. So we have TJ in the studio too. TJ,
How you doing?
how you doing, bro? Get up on that mic. Let
I'm
them hear
doing
you.
good, doing good.
Let them hear you loud and proud, bro.
Yes, sir.
Now, Johnny, man, I grew up listening to you, bro. I've been listening to you all my life. We got listeners listening, man, who have listened to you their whole lives too. So just take us from the beginning. When did you start playing guitar? Where'd you grow up? Give them it's up close and personal, bro. So
Yeah. Well, you know, I had a couple of cousins of mine that moved from Pueblo to Chicago. And the music playing in Chicago at that time was more norteño music, you know. So I was interested in it, but I didn't really care for the style too much, you know. But when my cousins moved down there, you know, whenever we had gatherings, they would play the guitars, both of them. And I got interested in it. And I asked one of my cousins, you know, if he can teach me the guitar. So he says, well, it takes a lot. I'll show you one chord, and then I'll show you how to change, and then, you know, take it from there. So this was back like in, I believe, around 1968 when this came about. And so I was really interested in, so I went ahead and my dad got me a guitar and an amplifier, and he sent me to classes. I only went to one class because here it was in July, and I wanted to learn to play guitar. And the first song they taught me was Jingle Bells. You know, so I got frustrated, man. I mean, you got Rolling Stones and Beatles and all kinds of other groups out there jamming away, and here the only song they taught me was that, you know. So I concentrated a lot on what my cousins were showing me, and I kept playing it, you know. And then when I joined the Marines, they had a deal there where you can leave your ID card and you can take out, you know, musical instruments of just about any kind, you know. So
and where were you at when you were in?
I started off in San Diego, MCRD, for my recruitment. They call us Hollywood Marines, those that went down there. And then from there, I did my training there in the San Bernardino area. You know, went up to do my infantry training. And then from there, they sent me to Okinawa, and from Okinawa to Vietnam, and then back home. And I finally got discharged. I was in North Carolina, Camp Geiger, which is outside of Camp Lejeune, you know. So, and now here I am. But like I said, I would always check out a guitar whenever we weren't out doing maneuvers or other things. That I would be able to, you know, keep it going. And then I continued it even more so when I was discharged from the Marine Corps. My mom and dad wanted to move back to New Mexico, and so I got released from the Marine Corps, honorably discharged, and I went ahead and helped them move to New Mexico. We moved to Amalia, New Mexico at the time, and I, you know, continued jamming the guitar, and my cousin heard me one time, and he had a band already called the Four Diamonds, you know, And he said, you know what, I can use you in my band if you're interested. And I said, yeah, I sure would.
Heck yeah, why not?
Heck yeah. He said, you do the you do the rock and roll and all the stuff that was out at the time, you
Uh-huh.
know. He goes, and I'll do all the Spanish stuff. I said, okay, sounds good. And I tell you what, man, I fell in love with the New Mexico style of music. You know,
But you were a rock and roll guy
I was a rock
before
and
New
roller,
Mexico
yeah.
music,
I
huh?
was a rock and roller
Wow.
back then, man, yeah. But you know, I learned little by little, you know, the New Mexico style of music just uh, uh, ran through my veins, I guess,
So
because
you're out there in New Mexico where you're listening to like Al Hurricane and,
yep,
and
oh
hanging
yeah,
out with all them
yeah,
and watching them live and all that.
Al Jr., which are good friends of mine,
Uh-huh.
and then who else was out at Purple Haze were out at
Purple
that time.
Haze, yeah, Milford, Salazar, all
Yeah,
them, yeah.
right. Both of them were out there, and so
So what brought you to Colorado?
actually it was a combination of things. The most, I guess, would say influential. We're gonna
She,
get divorced, you know.
she cracked that whip, huh?
Yeah,
We're talking about Barbara, right?
yeah.
Yep.
And so I figure, you know, after having made that decision, I came down and started working here in Denver for the city, and then I went ahead and we lasted 22 years. I said I should have just stayed in New Mexico.
No kidding, huh? Popped
Yeah,
out a few kids and
yeah, yeah.
that's awesome. So that kind of brings us to Johnny Rodriguez y los Diamantes, bro.
Yep.
How did that come about?
Well, actually, in 1980, um, broke off from my cousin's band and Diamonds, yeah, and went ahead and came out with my first album. It was called Vamos a Celebrar, and we went ahead and started Johnny Ritmo Rodriguez y los Diamantes, and I became Johnny Ritmo because where I would go play, and you know, a lot of people say, hey, me canta tu ritmo, carnal, me encanta el ritmo que ustedes tocan, and so thus that's picked up because you know, I didn't want people to confuse me with the country and western guy.
Right, right.
Yeah, what do you call it? One time, some friends went to Boulder, Longmont to go see me,
Hmm.
thinking it was me, and they walked in and they went up to Johnny Rodriguez and they told, "Hey man, you're not Johnny Rodriguez."
You're not the real one, huh?
You know, so I get a lot of funny stories like that.
Oh yeah, I believe it.
Yeah, so it's been an interesting career. You know, I've been at it over 40 years. Actually, I think this will be my 43rd year coming up now in 2016 of doing my New Mexico style of music, and I'm mixed up with a lot of the oldies.
Right.
You know, Temptations, Stevie Wonder.
The good stuff.
Yeah, the
The
stuff
good stuff.
I've always enjoyed to play. You know,
Now, Los Diamantes, they consist of some of your sons, correct?
actually, yeah,
Most of them, right?
yeah,
All of them.
all of them are in there. Yeah. Oldest son, he passed away in a car accident. Geez, almost 20 years ago. It's
Wow.
hard to believe it's been that long, but you know, a parent always it's like it happened yesterday. You
Right.
know,
You'll never
no,
heal from that.
no, you never heal
Right.
from it, but you know, you just gotta have faith in God and keep on going. You know, and so I talked to my boys and I told them, you know, it's hard for me to jam because every time I look in the area where Johnny would be playing the keyboards, you know, he wouldn't be there, and I almost cry, you know.
Right.
And I told him, I said, somebody's got to play the keyboards. So
So you got him up and kind
yeah,
of like a Jackson 5 kind of thing,
yeah,
huh?
kind of thing. It all kind of played out, and TJ said, "I'll play the keyboards for you, Dad."
Right. Now, TJ, he's in the studio with us. TJ, how has it been playing with your dad? I mean,
It's been a blast, man. Like, it's beautiful.
did you want to do it from the start? Like, did he make you
From
know,
the start? It was.
he kind of
it
pushed
was
you?
kind of juggling up in the air, like. But I said, "Oh, you know what? I'll do it. I'll learn the keyboards." He started teaching me some keys, some changes, and from there, just music's beautiful.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
You
You
guys
love
have
it.
made some great songs. You know, let's get into some music right now, shall we?
Sure.
Let's go cruising, bro.
Let's go.
All
Let's
right.
go cruising, New
Let's
Mexico.
go cruising.
KUHSdenver.com, Canciones de Domingo, Johnny Ritmo Rodriquez, Cruising, New Mexico. Check it out. Did we
Yeah,
hard, so they're taking it down.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because it's a multicast. We're doing both radio and
Yeah.
radio stream, TV stream.
Yeah, that's kind of funny. This song here, when we recorded it, what's his name? Toby. He does a lot of stuff on the sax. That kind of throws my voice off. So I would tell him, I says, I don't know, man. I says, you keep doing that. But so when we recorded it, we lowered the volume so I couldn't hear the sax. I told Darren, I said, because I recorded Darren in the studio.
Cordova?
Yeah, in Taos. And I told him, you know what? I don't know, dude. Maybe you should take the sax part. He goes, no. He goes, that's your style. He goes, you got to keep that in there. So otherwise, that wouldn't be there.
It sounds
Wasn't
great.
for Darren, yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about that when we go back live too. I want to talk about the album.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they let them know, because those of the people watching, they heard that.
Okay.
Talk a little bit about that. That's awesome.
Yeah, a lot of little things like that, you know. And then I actually finished recording that, writing it in the studio because I was going to mention a lot of little towns from all over New Mexico. And the song, when it started off with girls that I went out with in all these different towns, you know. And then I started thinking, I said, well, you know, they're probably all married by now. I don't want the husbands meeting me in all these towns and jumping me, you know.
Because they'll know it. There's small towns.
So we just changed it to just towns that we played in, you know.
Remember you taught me this on the keyboard?
Yeah. It's that simple when you do it in Spanish. Just back and forth. Yeah. After that, it's all on you. Like TJ does some leads now too.
Right.
You know, and then I've got one of my original keyboard players came back. He's jamming with us now. You know.
We'll talk about the lineup on this album and then talk about the new one. Here we go. Oh no. That's got to be my favorite part of the whole song. Man. But wait, how'd that come about?
Well, we have been stopped quite a few times. You're trying to hurry up and get to a certain place.
Right.
I like to get there at least an hour early.
Right.
You know, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. Sometimes you got to speed a little bit. But, you know, I've been lucky that we never got a ticket. You know, and a couple of times we got pulled over, like in Fort Garland and a couple of places up in that area where I was lucky that the police knew my music.
They knew who you were.
Rodriguez.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That was Cruising, New Mexico, Johnny Ritmo. Got to roll the R right there. Cruising, New Mexico, got to be one of my favorite albums by you, man. How'd that album come about? Because you got some great hits on there. You know, Micaela, La Mucara, and of course, you know, that one written by you, Cruising, New Mexico, man.
Well, a lot of these songs that are on this album were released before a lot of the other artists have picked up on it, like Micaela.
Right.
I recorded that way before Tobias Rene recorded his version of it, and then there's a couple there. One that I wrote called Ay Chaparrita. I try to have at least one original, and on each CD that I've written or have produced and released, you know, and sometimes it fares other times not, you know.
Right.
But,
I mean, you got something for everyone on there, though.
Yeah,
You even
yeah.
got the chicken dance for the kids,
Yeah, I
on the
know.
guitar, man. That's
oh, I
awesome.
tell you what, I fought at, we recorded this at Darren Cordova's studio in Taos. And man, everybody in the band, nobody wanted to record this song, man. Oh no, that's crazy, and this and that. And we wound up winning a music award in New Mexico for that song.
And that's probably one of the most requested songs, right?
Yeah.
At the shows and stuff.
Still to this day, this CD, Cruising New Mexico, is my bestseller
Right.
out of all my CDs. They've all done well, but this one has really, really surpassed it.
Right. It's an awesome CD, like I said. You recorded it in Darren studio, right?
Yeah.
How was that, man?
It was a great experience, you know. Darren's has always been a favorite of mine.
Mhm.
You know, before we got together on this project, you know, and I've always liked his music and his band, and they've been around. I'm thinking I was probably out before them. I'm not sure, but because I started my first single was released in 1972. You know, so I don't know if Darren's band was out at that time yet, but I know they've been around probably about 30 years. You know,
Right.
they've been around for a while. You know.
Right. That whole family's pretty musical, as you know, as well as the whole Sanchez
Yeah.
family, you know,
Yeah.
as
Oh,
well
yeah.
as the Rodriguez family. Now,
Yeah.
TJ, did you were recording on this album, right?
Yes, sir.
You were on this album. How was that for you inside the studio and
Oh,
stuff?
it was fun, and like Darren was surprised with us when we went in because
You were young.
yeah, we was young, and then we're doing the songs good. Like right away, we were getting them in and out, and he's like, "I have bands coming here doing 100 takes, and you guys are killing it with one shot."
Wow.
So
Yeah, he was surprised. We did the whole album, like, because we had sessions for Saturday and Sunday, and we did everything Saturday.
Wow.
We did everything
So
Saturday.
Sunday was just like a listening party.
Yeah, Sunday we just about we took advantage of Saturday night being in town, you know.
Right.
So.
Go on out and have a good time, huh?
yeah,
Yeah, that's right. So we came back to Denver because we had already moved to Denver by then, and you know, just talking and enjoying ourselves and everything.
Right. Who was all on that recording on the band?
It was myself and TJ, my son, and Mike Rodriguez. He was on drums, and we had Toby Lopez on sax, and my cousin Chuck Archuleta. He was born and raised in Pueblo, and he played with a band over there, which I saw years ago, and I didn't even know he was my cousin.
Wow.
But I remember the band. I went to go see them, and I remember, you know, seeing the trumpet player, you know, and they were called the Matadors. You know, they were pretty popular in Pueblo in the early 70s. You know, and I used to do that. I used to take off from New Mexico and drive down to Pueblo because they had a lot of bands back then that did a lot of Little Joe style of and Al
Right.
Hurricane style of music with horns. And man, I fell in love with those horns. You know.
Oh yeah, that horn. Any band with a good brass section,
Yep.
that's all they need. You
Oh
know.
yeah.
We had a couple questions about him. What happened to him, Chuck?
Oh, Chuck, he works at the like the refinery there in the outskirts of Denver,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and
Is he playing with you still?
no,
No.
he
He
pretty much
retired?
gave it up. Yeah,
Okay.
he was working a lot of hours and just couldn't jam anymore, you know.
That'll do that to you. You
Yeah.
know, you can't jam out if you get a
Uh-huh.
full-time job.
I know. So I'm hoping he retires soon, and you know, but, I want to get a reunion going with all the different musicians that have jammed with me in the past. You know, and just do something, you know, for all the fans that we have all
People
over.
have been asking for it, man. They want it. They want the new album, you know.
Yeah.
So we're gonna make it happen, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. As a matter of fact, as soon as I can, I'm gonna get a copy of one of the songs that's on this latest CD that's coming out.
So it's in the process.
Yeah, yeah,
It's in the
it
process,
sure
ladies
is.
and gentlemen.
Yeah, it'll be out around Lent, which is like what, April. But I'm gonna make sure, within the next month or two, I'll get you a copy of one of the songs, exclusively is this song.
You hear that, Henry?
Mm-hmm.
You like that?
I like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We've been the first for a couple people, so we
A
like to
lot
be
of
the
people,
first. A lot of
actually.
people,
Yeah,
that
a
is
lot of
right.
people.
I mean, from jazz with Dot Cerro, to New Mexico music as well. So everyone's looking forward to that. Let's hear another track off of this Cruise in New Mexico. Your pick, man. Let's. What are your favorites off of this
I
album?
picked, well, this song, they still play it a lot in New Mexico. It's the cumbia. Let's see, which one is it?
They're all right here.
Tiburón.
El Tiburón.
Tiburón.
Yeah, sometimes we're cruising to New Mexico to go visit my family, and they'll play it over the air, El Tiburón. And one of the DJs, actually, he's more in management now, Casey Gallegos, he said, man, they really like this song over here. So there, and in Albuquerque a lot, I've heard it there too.
Well, you can hear it all the time right here on Canciones de Domingo. Let's check it out. KUHSdenver.com. Are they really hitting us today, Henry?
Hard.
They're really hitting us hard.
Are they?
Yeah. That's when they take it down, it's when they're hitting us really hard.
Right.
Well, it's coming in from all over the freaking
Yeah,
world.
that's where all of our listeners are coming in from. Italy, Germany, Argentina, Brazil, France, India.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I did a special live surprise guest, and then you came out with yours. Yes, that was it right there.
We did that same time, bro.
No, you were sleeping.
No way, bro. I was on it, man. That's it 3 hours ago.
Yeah, but
We get on it.
Yeah. Well, it's
What's your album after Cruising New Mexico? Was it Diamante style or you still cruising?
still cruising.
Still cruising?
Yeah. Then Diamante está.
Diamante style was first.
Huh?
Diamante style. First CD.
Oh, you mean before? Yeah.
So when Diamante style, then Cruising New Mexico?
And still cruising. Diamante style was only on Jerry, and
Yeah.
that was
So that's tight.
That's why.
you got the meter.
You've already met her. Yeah, she went on the website and saw the picture of us though.
I think it's, oh, you got the meter.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were trying. You got the meter.
No, yeah.
was released on CD. It was a single.
Yeah, Diamante Styles has Volver,
Yeah.
Borrachera, and
That was before cruising.
Yeah.
That was actually the first, but that we only had cassettes back then. That's when
you guys
CDs.
spread it into CDs.
Yeah, I mean, that's when CDs barely started being in style. CD
Well, then we're going to play Borrachera, and then we'll talk about that. And jump into Still Cruising. Yeah, everyone loves that one too.
There's a friend of mine, and I didn't even know this song on this Still Cruising. I mean, Diamante style. He wrote a song called Como Pude Enamorarme de Ti. And I was hearing it on the Mexican radio stations always. And I said, man, I gotta release that in harsh New Mexico style. And then one day I was jamming at this one club. He comes up to me and goes, he says, I like the way you do that song. Como Pude Enamorarme de Ti. I said, oh yeah. He goes, yeah. Now, did you know that I wrote it?
Okay.
I said, no.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah. And the band was called Los Archies. Yeah.
Los Archies.
Yeah. Those Archies. That's his. But yeah, we put the horns on it, so it gave it a different style from the way they played it. Yeah, but so there's a lot of things. There's one. I gotta try to see if I can get a copy of that CD for you. It's called "Para Ti, Baby," because I love you. That's one when that featured Johnny, my oldest son.
Oh yeah.
And, yeah.
I think I saw that somewhere. I saw the cover of it
Oh,
somewhere.
did you?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's what's there's samba en palenque.
Mhm.
It's like a cumbia, but it's a samba beat, and uh, he got down on the keyboards,
Mhm.
for
Got
his
down.
age at the time.
How old was he?
He was, I believe, 14 or 13.
Damn.
Yeah. So yeah, he really picked up the keyboards
Yeah.
fast. Yeah. I think 11 when he started with us.
Started young, man.
Yeah, yeah. He liked it, and so he was real interested. I said, well, I can teach you the keyboards.
Mhm.
I don't know a lot, but I know enough to teach somebody that wants to learn. And then from there, they can,
Right.
I have a lot of people that want me to, teach them guitar, but I just haven't had the time to, sit down and do that. But I'm going to make time for all my grandkids.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, so,
They're the next generation.
yeah, I'll be busy this next year. I've got,
That's crazy, man. You tuned my first guitar, remember?
yeah. Yeah. I try to help where I can. It's hard to commit in this business
Right.
because you never know what you're going to do or where you're going to do it, And I plan on being real busy this next coming year, especially because the gas is cheap.
Yeah. No shit.
I got tired of.
It's always cheap around the election time.
Yeah, I got tired of jamming, man, and giving all my money to the refineries, to the gas companies. So I tell them
Go
this
do
year,
a gig and they'll pay fucking $150. That's only enough for gas,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Well, I've got some places that we haven't played in a while. They want us back, so
Yeah.
like
that's
we
good,
haven't
man.
done the Fiesta and Carbondale in a while. But man, they had us back. It up,
Yeah.
and I'll sing English words for some of the Spanish songs. Oh,
Your
even I
team
forgot
psyched
about
us
that.
out, man.
Even I
Psyched us
forgot
out.
about that.
Psych yourself out, man.
I remember the breaks in the dance.
Yeah. Damn. You really cassette in there, right, TJ?
Yes, sir.
That's cassette, man.
That's the old school.
Yeah.
Reels.
That's old school. Now that was off Diamante style. That came before Cruising New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome, man.
Oh,
Like I said, a lot of people are waiting on it.
yeah,
man.
we're excited about it, and like I said, I'm gonna, that way you and jam it for us, kind of give a preview for what's coming on the next CD.
Heck yeah, because you know what? We always play you all the time. So
Well, that's
people
good to
want to
hear.
hear some more stuff. Speaking about playing some of your music, let's talk about Still Cruising a little bit, man. This album came after Cruising New Mexico, right?
Yeah.
It's a sequel to Cruising New Mexico. And you got the song Que Viva Colorado on
Yeah.
there, man. That little tribute to Colorado, right?
Well, that's what happened. We'd be jamming here in Colorado, Pueblo, wherever we've gone, and live in Colorado. Why don't you play a song for Colorado?
Right.
So I said, well, you know what? They're right. They're right. I've been here. I should do something. And then so I started working on it, and it flowed very well. As I started it, the words just kind of came to me, and it was kind of like the style of a cruise in New Mexico, except with horns. It
Right.
gave it more of a mariachi New Mexico flavor to it. So it took off. It took off, and I'm happy. So I recorded it in Spanish and in English.
And in English, so
Yeah.
people, both of us can enjoy
So,
it.
yeah.
If you speak Spanglish like me, you can enjoy both. Your KUHS.com. Man, I'm getting text messages. They say I like it because
What's that?
I like this song because he mentions Commerce City.
Yeah. Otherwise, people wouldn't know about it. That's the song. Let's see. We perform in let's see, Commerce City, Colorado. And everybody would freak out at the dance. Commerce City.
Commerce City, Colorado.
Yeah. We didn't record it like that.
Little tribute to Colorado right here. Johnny Rodriguez. Say hello to everyone.
Hey, everybody.
Got listeners from Turkey, Indonesia, right here, France, Pakistan,
All right.
Morocco,
All
India.
right. Invite me to go down.
Yeah, give them a call.
Yeah. Give me a call. Say, I play for any kind of money.
Yeah, any kind of money and any kind of music.
It's great. A lot of the places that we play at. I played in Albuquerque one time for the state fair. And I started jamming a few songs, and it sounded like I wasn't used to the dance floor being empty. So I played one more song and then I ended it. Then I put my hands on my guitar and crossed my arms. You people don't know who I am. Huh? And they said, no. I said, well, I wrote this song, and I know you know this song. So now you know who I am. And I started playing Cruising New Mexico.
And now it's
And everybody, the whole dance.
see what happens talking on
I know.
there.
Yeah. Well, there's so many stories.
Well, he was just telling us, ladies and gentlemen, when he was in, where was it? Playing the State Fair in New Mexico.
Yeah.
They didn't know who you were.
Didn't seem like it.
Didn't seem like it. No one was dancing,
Uh,
nothing. And then you started playing Cruising New Mexico and the whole place got up.
Yep.
Because everyone knows that song, bro. I'll tell you what, I go through New Mexico and I still hear that song on the radio.
Yep. They still play it. I
They
like
still playing it. They're still getting down.
it. And you know what? Al Jr. was there. And I didn't know, and everybody was trying to get my attention, but I finally got the crowd going that I didn't notice. Al Jr. Came up on stage and said hi to everybody.
Oh, yeah?
And then I didn't know. I said, when did you get? I said, I felt bad, you know.
Right.
I told Al when I later on when I saw him, I didn't know him. Otherwise, I'd stop the show for Al.
Right.
You know.
Now, how long has it been since you've done a show with him, man?
Actually, I think the last time was at Red Rocks.
Wow.
Yeah.
For La Raza on the
For
Rocks, huh?
Raza on the Rocks. That's
Wow.
the last time,
Yeah, that was a big show. Everyone was there. You guys were there. Al, Hurricane Jr. and Senior, Ruben Ramos.
Yeah.
And War closed it on out.
Yeah.
I'll never forget my mom because she didn't let me go to that.
Oh, is that right?
She didn't let me go to that. She went.
Yeah.
But she didn't let me go to that, and I'll never forget. You hi, Johnny.
I'm glad she still remembers me.
Well,
Well, you know what? I gotta give a shout out to my daughter Reina. She was the mediator in
yes, she made this happen pretty
get this
much.
together. Yeah.
So shout out to Reina. You enjoying yourself so far, bro?
Oh yeah, immensely.
It's been a pleasure, having you on my show. I've been wanting to get you on. My mom's been telling me to get you on. So, I decided, let's make a day out of it, and let's have a good time. We got someone else in the studio just walked in, brother from another mother.
What's going
Mike.
on? Jess, how you doing?
What's going on, bro?
That's supposed to be a secret.
Lovely.
Get on with us, bro.
How you doing?
Mike Rodriquez.
Yes, sir, in the house.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Just focused on family right now.
That's
and
good.
Work, and as a matter of fact, I'm sending a shout out to my beautiful wife, Angelina, and my 2 boys, Michael, Matthew, and my 3 girls, Mika, Loves, and Ariana.
There you go, man.
Love you.
Good to have you inside the studio, man. We're just, taking a trip down memory lane here with your pops. How has it been being the heartbeat to the band, bro? It's a lot of pressure,
It's stressful, especially with this man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I could be mean. On
Yeah,
stage.
you're like a Joe Jackson.
as
huh?
a matter of fact, when I first started, he taught me the drums. He was real mean where I didn't want to do it.
Right.
So I stopped. I
Right.
was like, Mom, please make him stop. So I stopped. A lot of big people. And all that was because of my dad. So, I mean, it's been beautiful.
That's awesome. You guys have made some great music. It's been a pleasure listening to your music, seeing you guys perform live. It's you guys like fine wine. You get better with time, bro.
Right on.
You
Thank
know,
you.
all
Yeah,
you guys, even you, Johnny, bro.
I try to keep up, man, but I'm telling you, this new music nowadays.
Right. But people still like the classic, the
Yeah.
classic Johnny. Not only do you do New Mexico, but you do a great tribute to the oldies and stuff.
Mhm.
Why? Why do you do the oldies?
Well, first of all, they were part of my upbringing
Mm-hmm.
in the music field. Well, we get for a lot of the old songs, and thank God I remember how a lot of those songs go. And so I try to play anything that I can when I'm performing. If somebody requests, say a Stevie Wonder, I try to learn at least one song from the popular groups like the Four Tops, Temptations, Smokey.
A lot of the Motown acts.
Yeah,
huh?
a lot of the Motown stuff, and then
So,
a lot of the other rock and roll stuff
Hey,
too.
Pops, tell me your story about the Temptations.
Oh man, come on.
But you got to tell it now, man.
Oh,
It's
gee.
up close and personal. We're going in depth, Johnny. So you might as well,
Oh,
bro.
man. They even wrote a newspaper. They said, well, what's this thing about the Temptations? I told, well, I saw an ad in the paper when I was in Chicago. This is in the mid 60s. I'd say maybe more like 68, 69, when the Temptations lost one of their singers. I think it was Eddie Kendricks. I think. I don't remember. It's been a lot of years. And there was an article in the paper that they wanted singers to audition. They needed a tenor voice. And that's pretty much what I've always had all my life. And so I went in and answered the ad. You. Yeah. I said, I came to try out for the tenor for the Temptations. He goes, my man. He goes, we got one problem. I said, oh, what's that? He said, you're not 6 feet tall. I said, is that all? He goes, well, the other problem I really don't want to mention. He was talking about the color of my skin.
Right.
But, and so I laughed and I said, well, okay, well, I understand, man.
Right.
No problem. But it's something that,
Right.
that's happened in my past. And,
Well, that so it doesn't hurt to try,
No.
It never hurts to try, if you didn't try doing this, you
Yeah.
wouldn't be here right now. So that's awesome, man. That's a great story,
Yeah.
man. That's a new one, man. I
Yeah.
haven't heard that one before.
No, I don't think you ever will.
Man, thank God we got this recorded, man.
Yep.
We go back and listen to it. Let's check out your version, man. I was listening to this last night and it brought back a lot of memories. Some Cherry Pie.
Cherry Pie.
Taking you back in the day a little bit, so stick around. Got Johnny y los Diamantes in the studio on Canciones de Domingos, KUHSdenver.com.
Yeah. Cherry Pie.
Diamante style, man.
Yep.
What's up, Justin?
What's going on, bro? You don't see it, bro. This is Henry Archuleta.
Henry, how you
How are
doing?
you, bro?
Nice to meet you. Good pleasure.
Diamante style. Yeah, I was listening to this last night, bro, and I was just laughing, man.
Well, people always like the way we jam this song.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, let's throw it on the CD. Besides, this CD has a different variety of styles that we play.
Right.
So that's why I said, well, we got to throw it on there so they can see and hear the styles that are in this song. Who did it jam with?
Bobby.
Yeah.
You got that Trujillo, a lot of people.
Was it Trio? I thought he was with
That last touch.
Latin Touch. And he was a bass player for the Latin Touch.
Bobby, what's
Montour. Bobby Montour.
Montour?
Yeah. He got long kind of,
Right.
what's it, like black and white hair.
Looks like Chong.
Yeah, I look a lot of Yeah, he did that.
You grew up with Bobby? Yeah.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Wow, that's a small world.
No, it's
He
a
grew up
big
in
world.
Carver City.
Oh, did he? Oh, well, everybody knows everybody.
He knows everybody, man.
Larry Lovato and what was his bass player name?
Can't remember.
Leroy?
He's a keyboard player.
Oh, yeah.
Leroy.
Yeah, he plays bass. Yeah, Leroy. I can't remember what his last name is. He played bass for what do you call it? For Larry Lovato and his band.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done a lot of songs. Like when that song, I Need to Know, came out, I forget what year that was.
By Mark Anthony?
Yeah, Mark Anthony. Yeah, we played that in Taos, and we started playing it, and because there was a Mother's Day thing, a big part of it and all that, and all the musicians that were there that had either played already or were going to play or whatever, they all came out of the tents, man.
No.
That was fun to watch. They all came out of the tents to see. They playing
Out of
that.
nowhere.
But
Dang.
that's what kind of what we are. If we are a song that's popular, that's kind of like a crossover of the different styles, and we'll learn it and we'll play it, So I've been working on some new stuff that when we play, people will say, "Damn, you're playing that song."
Some good stuff.
Yeah, but because I like Pitbull's style.
Right.
Some of the stuff that he does, with the hard drums, that a certain Latin beat. I'm gonna have one or two of his songs this year.
What song should we close it out with? No, that's a good one.
Rain.
Is oh no, he don't have it. He don't have it. How about
I gotta have it somewhere.
nada? What cumbia? Dígame. What cumbia? Oh, what's that?
Shit. See, I have it right here. This is Al Rey, but I don't know what number it is.
Oh, okay.
The song?
Yeah.
It's number
Al Rey? Is it number
The
one?
CD.
number one.
Yeah.
It should be, yeah. Because it's the same one with Neon Moon, huh?
Yeah.
Alright, if not, yeah, because I knew I had it somewhere. Los Diamantes. Alright, we go 20 seconds.
Toby. Oh, I gotta give a shout out to Toby. I forgot about that, man.
Oh my god, bro. Come in. We got short chords here. Taking a trip down memory lane with Los Diamantes, you know? Cherry Pie right there. KUHSdenver.com, man. That's always a good song to listen to right there. Especially your version. I like your version a lot, bro.
Oh, do you? Well,
Yeah.
thank you. I appreciate that.
I've always liked it, you know, always loved your music. Like I said, grew up listening to it, so you all for giving us some great music to listen to. I know your daughter Raina thinks you're the best dad in the world. She posted on Facebook, said, let him know. Let him know. So there you go, Raina.
Yeah.
She wanted the whole world to know.
Shout outs to
You know?
Raina.
Yeah,
So Rena shot it out herself.
she made the whole thing happen, so shout out to Raina, you know. You got the new generation coming up, bro. Mike, I know your daughter's getting into it, bro.
Oh, my daughter's killing it right now.
Killing it, man.
In high school, as a freshman,
Mm-hmm.
she lettered for playing saxophone. She's just doing really, really good. So yeah, she's gonna be our next Lisa Simpson.
There you go, man. And I know Raina, she's got her baseball team ready to go, man.
Yeah.
She's,
Oh, yeah.
Almost
You know?
football.
right, she got a whole band right there, you
That's,
know. So
that's gonna be my next horn section.
yeah,
Once these guys retire. you know.
right, a full brass section,
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
you know what? I forgot to give a shout out to Toby Lopez. He's been with my band. Oh man, at least 20 years, maybe longer.
100 years.
And he's been like the spine that's holding these bones together. You know.
Right, he's an
Yeah.
OG,
Oh man,
original
he
rap.
goes way back. You know, to the early years here in Denver, around the time when this song Cherry Pie came out.
Wow.
Toby and his band, the Bel Airs, were at it, you know. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, there's a lot of people here in Colorado that have been supportive. A lot of clubs, you know, that we've played at,
Mhm.
and
They want you back, man.
yeah,
They
well,
want
you
you
know,
back.
I don't, you don't hear too much about me in a lot of these bars because I'm trying to stay away from the bar scene, you
Right.
know.
Then you know what? Too, there's really not a lot of bars anymore to
Mhm.
go and play unless you play, you know, the Legion or the VFW. You know,
Right.
there's really not a lot of places to go and have fun. You know,
Uh-huh.
and
Yeah.
you know I know I'm not old enough yet, but still, you know,
Yeah.
I've been to a couple places and it's like, wow, this is where you know people come to party. Like it's not even a, you know, great
Yeah.
venue, but. You know, we got to get you a nice hall somewhere, you know,
Yeah.
and just have a big jam session and a big reunion party.
Yeah. Oh, it'll be nice. You know, I wanted to throw a 40th anniversary when it was 40th, but like I said, that's when I started having my problems with this that Agent Orange stuff. You know,
Mhm.
so I've been up and down as far as that goes, but now I've been feeling better. I've been doing a lot of the things that my doctor said to do, and so I'm feeling great, man. I'm ready to go. I wish it was already March or April, so, you know, because that's when I intend on not kicking it off with my new CD. As soon as I get my new CD, I'm hitting the road. So you're going to be seeing me a lot,
That's good,
a
bro.
lot.
That's
but
good.
like main venues like fiestas and
Mhm.
state fairs and things like that. I haven't been to Carbondale, Colorado, in a while at their fiestas, but they're on the top of my list because the people down there really nice and friendly people, and they showed us a lot of love. The few couple of years that we played down there, they were great, and I love the people down there. So, and then of course I want to hit Pueblo and back to Albuquerque. I do the cruising thing and go all the way to Belen, New Mexico, and just a lot
Just
of
cruise New Mexico.
yeah, the
Huh?
cruise.
That's
I'm gonna
cruising.
re-cruise it, man, and I hit a lot of Colorado and Wyoming and Nebraska.
Well, that's awesome, man. Like I
Yeah.
said, they're waiting for you. So we're waiting too. So look out, 2016, Johnny
Yeah.
Ritmo Rodriguez is going to be hitting the stage once again. So we're all looking forward to that. In the many years you've been in this industry, what has been the peak, man? What has been the highlights of your life in the music industry?
Well, definitely. When I won my first New Mexico Music Award, I've been nominated quite a few times, but
Mhm.
when I actually won, and like I said, it was for the one song that nobody wanted me to record. It was for the Chicken Dance. I won a music award for that. That and then playing jamming in Red Rocks with all the stars and celebrities that were up there with us. It was great. I got to meet real nice people like Dr. Loco from the Rock and
Oh
Roll
yeah, he's
Band.
awesome, man. I had the opportunity to work with Dr. Loco.
Hey.
He can still play that horn too,
Oh
man.
man, he's
He can
wild.
play that
man.
sax, man. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's wild, and of course sharing the stage there with Al and Al Jr.
Mhm.
A lot of real nice guys, real friendly, talkative, and that's the kind of people you like to work with. People that you can, musicians and artists that you can walk up to, and
Right. That's what makes
Yeah.
the industry worth being, and not when you go working for promoters who don't pay you. You know what I
Well-
mean? And I know you know a couple, and I know you know what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah.
up close and personal, bro.
Yeah.
I'll say it. I'll say it,
The
bro.
work gets out. You know who to work with and who not to work with anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't care if they bring Elvis and they want me to open for Elvis. God rest his soul. I won't work with them. I won't work with these people. I'd rather, and I've been doing it on my own.
Mhm.
I've never latched on to a promoter, thank God.
Thank God.
I've
Yeah.
been able to do it on my own, and I've had much success. And all you people out there in those different countries, hey, if God is willing and the creek don't rise, I'd like to be over there sometime.
Heck yeah. I mean, it's happened. Chris
Yeah.
Daniels and the King, Chris Daniels
Yeah.
came in and he did an interview, and after a while, he was doing a whole Europe tour. So
Yeah, well, that
it's
can happen.
possible, bro.
Yeah.
It might happen,
Yeah.
So, going along to Mike, bro. What has been your peak in this, man? I know playing with your dad is good enough, but
I think just opening up for bands and actually playing with them. Like we sat in with the who was it? Freaking
Come on,
Malo.
bro.
It was Malo. It was Malo, and man, they wanted us to go to Pueblo with them. Mexico. They're like, come on, bro, just stay on the bus. And I'm like, I gotta get off already. Like we had a good time. So just working with people like that and just meeting new people. Like we're younger than a lot of my dad's older, and that's the crowd we've always been around, and we've always been around older people. So we carry ourselves like that, and it's just it's been a blessing just to be able to meet all these people.
And some of those people are some of the best people you'll ever meet. Especially in Malo and Tierra. When Tierra comes to town, they always contact me and let me know they're here. They become good friends and part of your life. So that's awesome. TJ,
Yes, sir.
for you, bro, what has it been?
Just like the fans mainly. You know what I mean? The people that are supporting us. That's awesome. You know what I mean? I go out there and dance with, like Mike said, all the people. It's fun. It's fun.
He does dance with all the peoples.
Yeah.
All the people.
All the people.
Peoples.
Yeah, you guys do. TJ, you do vocals, right?
Yes,
Lead
sir.
vocals. Sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me and
you
Mike,
and Mike?
we both sing.
We only have two. It's just me though.
Yeah.
We only have two mics. It's
Yeah.
just me. But no,
Just you.
we sing.
Well, that's good. Are you gonna be singing on this next record?
Yeah, we're working on something.
Yeah.
We're working on something that we've been.
That we're not
together.
trying to let too much out.
Okay. Yeah. You
I
got it,
really
bro.
want
You see
to.
that look you gave me? You see that look?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say that. I'm sorry, man.
Those are the looks he gives us on stage too.
Get it beat.
Yeah, 'cause sometimes on the spur of the moment, I'll feel something, and then I'll change things on stage.
Right.
And the guys are used to going boom, and then I'll say no, I want boom, you know,
Right.
and they're like, oh,
And we're like,
That's new. Huh? Yep.
yep, and then change it and then jump into another song. I just what I'm feeling because I'm getting the vibes from the crowd, you know, and so they're really into it. So I don't want to change the beat. I don't want to go from like Micaela, a high, you know, dancing power beat, and then go down to cherry pie and bring
Right,
everybody down.
right.
You know, I want to keep everybody up. You know, once I see that they're starting to leave a dance floor because they get tired or whatever, and then I'll slow it down, give everybody a breather, and then
And then pick it back up.
pick it back up again. Yeah.
That's awesome. You know,
Yeah.
you've been picking people up for many years, bro. So
Yeah.
once again, Johnny Ritmo Rodriguez here in the studio, KUHSdenver.com. Want to thank you all for coming in. TJ, my brother's from another mother, man. You know?
Hey, Jess, I want to send a shout out to our mom, Barbara Segura, the
Absolutely.
whole Segura family, the Rodriguez family, Martinez family, and to your mom. I haven't seen her in a while, so.
I know
Yeah.
she's listening.
Yeah.
She's listening for sure. So, right on, Johnny, the king of New Mexico music, bro. I'll say it loud and proud right here. Johnny Rodriguez, thank you again, bro. Let's end it with some good music, shall we? Al Rey right here, KUHSdenver.com. Y'all take care. Have a good one. Johnny, once again, bro, thank you so much.
Adios.
Adios, bro.
All right, man.
Who? Shit, what was the last
Rick.
one? In
Right on, man.
Alamosa? Or Monte Vista? The last one we were on the radio station?
Yeah.
Alright, let me throw some commercials in here. You guys can sign our Wall of Fame. Take a picture of this.
It's official.
It's official. Down here.
Oh, he was in the room.
So he goes on one.
Ramon Perry.
He goes on all bad.
Yeah, Ramon's getting married, man. I saw that after 4 years. Huh? He said, she finally said yes.
Yeah.
Well, when she was ready, he wasn't.
Right.
He was, she wasn't. So I guess they're both ready now.
Both ready now, huh? Does he have kids?
She has kids. He doesn't have any with her. Not yet.
Not yet. You're gonna be grandpa here soon again, man.
Probably.